Good morning, I'm Sammy Aaron with the Resilient Activist, and this morning we are working with Carl Stafford from My Region Wins, and we are going to be doing this great project, working on a brand new urban site. Thank you, Carl. Come back and join us.
I will.
So here's Carl getting started. Our group's not here yet, but we're working in an empty lot that, oh my goodness, are those native plants? Why, I think they are. This is going to be a glorious site. We have pollinator habitat. Look at that. This is going to be beautiful when those plants are just a little more mature. We've got Virginia creeper creeping up over the fence there. It's going to be a beautiful, soft site. Carl has our work cut out for us today. We have this great big pile of compost we're going to be putting down. We got some chairs to sit in. This is a really sweet site with beautiful trees. We are at the corner of 72nd Street and Indiana, right here in the heart of Kansas City, Missouri. When I was here perusing the site when we were making the arrangements for our program, our kids outside playing in the yard. There's a beautiful park right down Indiana Street there. This is going to be a great site.
This is my interactive functional piece of artwork.
Interactive functional piece of artwork, okay.
As an artist, I was like, this vacant lot is a great canvas to create on and to cause change. Just the mere presence of me being here changes the interactions that go through here, that pass through here.
That's so true, Carl. We just had a guy drive by. He pulled up, wanted to know what was going on.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's where you get the opportunity to educate, teach through your demonstration, and when they ask the question, not coming up to them saying, hey, let me educate you.
Right.
You know, another individual was walking past and was like, what is this? This is a community garden? And that's my opportunity to be like, in name, yes, but think Serenity Garden, think Oriental Garden, think Zen Garden, think come here and I'm gonna get peace. So, and then they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah. And when I tell them that this is going to be a wall, they're like, okay. And I mean, it shocks me. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna watch my wall grow. I'm watering my wall. You know, and so it's about discovery as an artist, and it's about the journey. So I'm appreciative of this journey. It started in 2016 when we obtained the property from Land Bank, and we used to hold second Sunday events every second Sunday of the month. We'll go ahead and bring out a little grill, tent, play cornhole, and you can bring your food and you can barbecue on the grill. We can't cook nothing for you, but we can provide a grill for you to cook on. And it was like, wow, these are opportunities that we're missing out on or we don't realize. And so that was the process for 2017, 18, and then 19, and then of course 20 hit, and we didn't do anything, but we had the opportunity to partner, to be contracted, to have Spire Gas Company lease the property. And then I was like, wait a minute, you're all looking for vacant lots to store your equipment on? Okay, I need more vacant lots then, because we was compensated. And then they was even willing to give us the gravel rock that they gave. And so it was just like having those kind of relationships that weren't even expected, you know? And so now, with it being 2021, we finally found a developing company, Lupine Earthworks, and they was the ones that was like pushed me to go more green. Because if you go to our website now and the diagram of what Boone Area 1 would have looked like before Lupine intervened, it was a lot of wood. It was a lot of wood. But now we're still sticking with the same concept, but we're being more organic. One of the things is instead of us purchasing a rain barrel, we have the goal to build a ferro cement water tank. out of rebar, wire mesh, and some cement. Now I understand that's why it's led by Lupin, because they're doing the research and knowing how to build the stuff. I just have great visions, you know. And so, but that kind of relationship came from this journey. And so it's like, okay, well, if we can get this down, then we can go ahead and repeat that with the other vacant lots owned by Land Bank, you know, and then we can, you know, possibly get picked up by Discovery or HGTV as lot flippers.
Lot flippers,
right?
I love it.
Who's flipping lots?
Nobody's flipping lots.
Flipping
oh
lots,
my goodness.
Right? And so that's what we're trying to do, flip lots. Because the main thing is we want to create revenue generators for the neighborhood. Like if you look at Alaska stipends its residents because of oil money. Oil is Alaska's asset. Okay, well, these land bank properties are these neighborhoods' asset, the neighborhood's asset. Now the neighborhood is able to generate revenue, so now the neighborhood can compensate the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, block coordinator, youth director, and all the other roles that are possible within the neighborhood. And then the neighborhood can mess around and start just giving residents just for living in the neighborhood a check. That affects poverty, that affects crime, that affects gentrification, that affects, you know, oppression.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like, this ain't rocket science. And so I'm grateful for the Brazilian activists to see what I'm doing as something of interest, you know, and to put me on this platform to go ahead and speak and just wave and give folks a new vision, not a new vision, but a different vision to look at, a different idea of what is possible than the same thing that we've been doing for the last 100 years. Like at 43, it's starting to sink in. It's like, oh, wow. And it didn't sink in at 35, so it's like, you know, I can't be kids these days. It's like, no, it's adults.
Yeah.
It's adults. So.
And it's the resilience part, Carl, that has got to be one of the most difficult pieces. You've been at this a long time, right?
Yes. And
yeah.
As an artist, the journey is peaceful. It almost becomes therapeutic. The thing is when you try to market it, and then that kind of loses the idea of art anyway. If you're putting too much effort into trying to, again, hey, stranger, let me tell you what I don't want to do that. If the stranger walks up to me and be like, hey, what you doing? Now we have a conversation. Me trying to tell the world to get the world to know, it's like, this should be enough. 72nd Indiana, you know, west side of District 5. We know where I am, myregionwins.org. It's like, if you want to contact me, and we can talk. But when you're able to stay at your own pace, that resilience becomes easier. Because it's like jogging, you're jogging at your pace, you know, and you're stopping when you need to stop, not off of anybody else's. So that, when you want to be resilient, you have to find your pace and be at peace with your pace. Because sometimes I'm like, I should be doing more. I'm like, but you're not, so don't beat yourself up too hard.
Good for you.
You know.
Yeah. All right, myregionwins.org. Connect with Carl. This is a great site. There's his MRW. I'm going to show that on his t-shirt there. Of course, you need to get a lot flipper t-shirt, but maybe that'll come at another time.
See, we got to get that contract. That's what we're talking about. Lot flippers. There's a lot of collaboration going in behind that one.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go ahead and start our own little web series. Somebody needs sponsors. Somebody like that would, like if one of these big companies could sponsor us, like they sponsor sports and entertainment.
It'll be fun.
Would be great.
Yeah.
Would be amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
We'll see you during the project today.
Yes.